Hi everyone! Today we're going to be delving into Illuminati freemason symbolism as usual, but I want this video to be a focus on the coronavirus because it is a thing which is affecting the whole planet. Now, people are probably fed up of hearing about coronavirus at this point, but I've just got to talk about it because it's so important. It's like people were fed up with them going on about Brexit for months on end, years on end, and now it seems like they're going to be on about coronavirus for months on end and years on end. But the thing is, right, Greta Thunberg represents the heavenly woman of Revelation 12. Just like the 13th Doctor in Doctor Who, played by Jodie Whittaker, represents the heavenly woman of Revelation 12 as well. See how it says, "Can you hear me?" here? That was the name of one of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who episodes, "Can you hear me?" And that question mark has to do with the Riddler out of Batman. Now, charismatic leader. This is from an Illuminati card game released in I believe it was 1994, which happens to be the same year which I was born, and I have blonde hair, and I'm charismatic. But this can be equated to Donald Trump and Boris Johnson. See how they're predicting Trump and Boris coming into power way back in 1994. So, law and order, they're going to bring in martial law, and the police is going to keep you isolated in your house, and they're just going to use the virus as an excuse to control the masses. And they're even using the virus to kill off the elderly people, because the elderly people go against their LGBTQ and social justice agendas. Political correctness, we've seen a massive rise in that in society. It's like you can't say anything because it's considered insensitive or inappropriate, and it seems like you can't do anything either. Otherwise you get accused of being a creep or some shit. So, let me ask you, what have we just seen in Avengers Endgame? That's right. Tony Stark and Captain America have been taken out of the equation. Now Captain Marvel is rising up. And Captain Marvel, of course, is a woman. So they're taking out the straight white men, because these social justice warriors, they hate the straight white men. That guy on the right looks like Tony Stark. The guy on the left looks like Captain America. They absolutely detest straight white men, and they want to hang them like that. It was called Avengers Endgame not just because it was the endgame for the Avengers, but it was also because we're nearing the endgame in real life. Because these people in Hollywood, they knew about the virus before it was even released. Because they want mass panic. And they want to kill off a vast majority of the population. Because they just can't control the population at the moment because there's just too many people. Look, right, the thing is, these people buying loads of toilet roll and buying loads of other stuff, just stop being so selfish and leave some stuff on the shelves for other people, especially NHS workers. You've got to leave stuff on the shelves for them because they are doing a damn good job. Shout out to my mum, because she works for the NHS. Good on her. So, right. Another person who represents the Revelation 12 woman, Black Widow. They've delayed her movie because of the satanic virus. So this is a satanic act that they've delayed her movie because they're delaying showing the heavenly woman of Revelation 12. Even Wonder Woman 1984 might get delayed, and that would be another satanic act, because again they would be delaying showing the heavenly woman of Revelation 12. Even you can see on her armour that appears to be an eagle. And if I remember rightly, there's an eagle mentioned in Revelation 12 of the Bible. I mean, even the symbolism of soldiers shown in Wonder Woman 1984, that could represent soldiers forcing people to self-isolate in real life. The weird thing is, with this coronavirus outbreak, suddenly there's no news about Greta. I mean, there might be some news about her on the internet, but she's hardly ever reported on the mainstream news channels anymore, because the mainstream news channels are mainly covering coronavirus and that's it. But that question mark also represents Doctor Who, and you can see that Greta's even dressed like one of the doctors here. So, in the most recent episode of Doctor Who, which was called The Timeless Children, there was a massive revelation that the Doctor was actually the timeless child. And that's even more symbolism through there. Because, who's a child? That's right, Greta. Honestly, at this point, nothing would surprise me anymore. It wouldn't surprise me if Jodie Whittaker regenerated into Greta Thunberg. Imagine that. I mean, if they revealed that Greta was actually one of the incarnations of the Doctor before William Hartnell, that wouldn't surprise me either. Even we've got TV shows and films shutting down production because of the coronavirus, including this one soap opera called Hollyoaks. Now, it used to air 5 times a week, which represented the 5th trumpet in the Bible. But now it's only going to air 3 times a week. So that they've got enough episodes to hopefully last throughout this coronavirus outbreak. And if they run out of episodes, apparently they're going to show some of the favourite episodes from the past. I hope that includes, like, the Rob Hawthorne episodes and the Silas episodes. Only, proper... Sorry about that, guys, I got interrupted there. So as I was saying, only proper Hollyoaks fans would know about those 2 characters. I honestly, truly believe that God is punishing people with this coronavirus. Because the world was getting to a point where it was getting so fucked up that God just couldn't take it anymore and he just had to start punishing people. And, for example, certain lesbians, I'm not saying all lesbians, I'm just saying certain lesbians, they act like it's okay for them to be in a relationship, but it's not okay for straight men to be in a relationship. Now that is not equal in any way, shape or form. That is not fair in any way, shape or form. That is double standards. And that is selfish. And when you cut straight men like me out of your life, just because we so-called offended you or some shit, then it's just bullshit. I'm sorry, but you ought to show me more respect. Because I showed you way more respect than you deserve, to be honest, because you've treated me so poorly. I mean, all I've done throughout my entire life is try and treat people really well and really nice. And I just get backlash for it. So it's like, sometimes I think, why do I bother? I might as well just treat people like shit. I mean, all of those people who think that I'm a dickhead, just take a look in the mirror. I've got so much going for me, so you can just piss off, you haters out there. But I'm very grateful to my lovers, okay? You get me through the day. And you get me through the week. And the month. And the year. The thing is, I'm not homophobic in any way, shape or form. But there are some instances where gay people have treated me like shit for no reason whatsoever. And it's like, I don't know why they think that I've treated them like shit, because I've treated them fairly and equally the same as I treat anybody else. I treat gay people and straight people exactly the same. So, it's just ludicrous. Like, before this virus, lesbians were out gallivanting, doing whatever they wanted. Whereas people like me, straight men, we was just forced to stay inside anyway. Because they didn't want anything to do with us. They just cut us out of their lives. So I'm not gonna go and hang around with someone who I don't want to hang around with. Instead, I'll just stay at home. I mean, you've got people saying, oh, get a life and stuff like that, but you can't get a life in this day and age because everything you do is wrong. Like, everything is inappropriate or offensive or insensitive. And I just feel like sometimes certain people get away with things that other people can't. And that is not fair. So just know, anybody who has done me wrong in the past, you are being punished by God right now. I feel like most people don't hear me properly, because I feel like I have to get on with my life, even though certain people have cut me out of their lives.